goes to right. Russell Westbrook.
You love the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me get a hell yeah!
What is up, everybody? It is Deibs, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to Party on Broad. The Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Long Lions 144-86. Holy shitballs. Benjamin Simmons hit his first three-pointer tonight. Let's talk about it. Joining us tonight, we got Brian Jacobs. Follow him on Twitter at Brian Mike Jacobs. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. That was a deep three too from the elbow. It wasn't one of those corner threes. He stepped into it. You could see it, and Jason was covering the game. He mentioned it. You could see the crowd start to stand up. There was a murmur. The bench kind of stood up, and I'm shocked that he shot it. Just because that's what we're used to is him passing it up and getting a better shot. But that dude stroked that three. That was butter. It was good.
My first vibe was it was going to just be a straight air ball. Oh, man, it was straight net. Also joining us tonight, we got Jack Connell. Follow him on Twitter at Jack Connell TPL. How you doing, Jack?
Doing good. Crazy game, very competitive. Played my nails, close finish, pulled through. Chris Kuzmaji led the way. Norvell Pell led the way.
Yeah, can we just spend the next 10 minutes talking about that Twin Tower lineup in the fourth quarter of Kumaji and Norvell Pell, please? All right, so let's go back to Ben Simmons. Quick question: what was the more memorable three-pointer? Was it Ben Simmons' first preseason game in 2019, or was it the Markelle Fultz Orlando preseason game of 2018? Go ahead, Brian.
Easily the Ben Simmons one. Everybody was expecting him to do something this year. And they were expecting him to. He's been practicing, so to speak. But I'm telling you, I did not expect that, and it went right in, didn't hit rim. Maybe I was thinking front iron, back iron. Do you hear my dog right now?
Yeah, you can probably hear Eva crying in my bedroom right now.
They're just excited about the Simmons.
My Pomeranian is really excited about the Ben Simmons three right now. She's freaking out, and it's going to happen all podcast. I'm going to put my mic on when Jack and you are talking. So, do you hear that? It's amazing.
All right, Jack, Markelle Fultz or Ben Simmons? What was the more memorable three-pointer?
I think it's got to be Ben Simmons. It's just I was talking to somebody before the game. I was at practice coaching, and we're talking, is he going to shoot a three this year? I'm like, who knows? What if he shot one tonight? And it's just no. And they're like, no way, that doesn't happen. Next thing you know, as soon as there were 7 seconds left and he has it deep, I'm like, no way. There's no way. And you just see everybody just standing up, just takes his shots. Holy shit!
And you saw Joel Embiid just go straight over and hug him. We did a party on Broad last night. Me and Brock talked about what was more likely to happen: Ben Simmons' three-point field goals made, or Mike Scott sips of alcohol from Sixers fans. We both picked Sixers fans, and I couldn't be happier that we were wrong. So first game in, Ben Simmons. That shot, though, overshadowed another player in that first half, and that has to be Matisse Thybulle. First of all, I was actually a little surprised. Him and James Ennis were the number 1 and 2 right off the bench from the get-go. But Thybulle, his defense was exactly what we saw from him during the blue-white scrimmage game. Just deflecting passes, blocking shots, fighting through screens. If Matisse is a Robert Covington floor, then we're going to have a very good season, boys. Brian, what was your take on Matisse Thybulle?
I'm not sure if I was shocked about the rotation, but it was pretty telling how much Brett trusts him. I don't think that he was putting him in there as a tryout. I think that's what we're going to see this year. I think we're going to see 15 to 20 minutes from him a game, if that. And on the flip side, a lot of people were murmuring on Twitter about Zaire and why he wasn't playing. And I think we saw maybe it could have just been one run. It could have been just one little test run. But I think that we saw who Brett trusts more. And his defense he reminds me of like an octopus. His arms are everywhere, and it's really fun to watch. And a lot of people are going to really enjoy just staring at him on defense, just getting his hands on every pass, cutting off lanes, and he's got a shot, man. I'm telling you, people knocked his shot, but he has a clean stroke. What was he, 2 for 4?
Yeah. So the Sixers forced 24 turnovers tonight, 45 points tonight off turnovers. I know these stats really mean nothing overall, but we heard about it all offseason long. Defense from the Sixers. Just if that's what Thybulle does, I'm shocked like you, Brian. I thought it was going to be Zaire first off the bench, not Matisse, but can't complain. Jack, what was your take on Matisse?
I just think he's just great defensively. I just think he just creates so many big plays. He's just always going for it. It's effort. I think a lot of it, like he's a knack for defense. It's effort. He's going 100 miles per hour on defense. And I think his style of play is it's going to I wouldn't say revolutionize, but it's kind of going to start showing younger players, younger fans, like defense, like it kind of matters. It can do some cool stuff. I think some young Sixers fans will kind of start seeing, hey, like defense, like picking off these balls and everything like that, just getting in there, stealing it. Just going to start maybe changing the game a little bit in general. Like maybe these fans who obviously they know defense is a key part of the Sixers might be quiet a little bit more because they're making these explosive plays that Matisse is producing.
It's a lot like, real quick, it's a lot like big men. Like, you know how people love like the Clint Capella types that are low usage, but like high rebounds, high block shots. I mean, there's a place for that with wingmen. And Thybulle does not need to score 10 points a game, but if he's shooting like 2 threes, 3 threes a game and shooting 40 to 35% even, like, and playing that type of defense. You see Andre Roberson when he's healthy in Oklahoma City. That was my comparison all along with a better shot. He has no offense. And if he can be that, I mean, there's a world where like in 2 years, I don't want to think like this right now because we have 2 seasons. So like there's a world where if like, for example, Josh Richardson just gets a huge payday after his contract's up, Matisse is going to be starting, and I don't think they're going to miss a beat. I mean, we don't want to think about that.
The one thing I wanted to throw around thinking there, it's just he's also, like you said, I mean, he's Andre Roberson with the shot a little bit. You can trust him on offense a little bit. I mean, he's not a go-to scoring guy, but I mean, he was left wide open. He drilled a 3. I mean, you don't have to worry about him missing shots or anything like that. He can put that down if needed, and I think that kind of helps with the offensive game a little bit, kind of spacing the floor.
My favorite play from Matisse was the one play where he fought through the screen and he blocked the shot and started the fast break. Man, when's the last time you saw a Philadelphia 76er to be able to do something like that? It's just that thought of Josh Richardson, Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, that versatility, man, that is something that all Sixers fans should be really feeling positive about. There were also some young guys on the Sixers tonight that really stood out. I got to start off with Mario Shayok, 10 points. It was only 6 minutes. He was a plus 10. He was 2 for 5 from 3. Is he the next Kevin Durant? Go ahead, Brad.
He might be better than KD actually. And now I said before the game, I was like, it was just a joke really. I was like, Mario Shayok is loading up for 12 points in 10 minutes. And what did he have? 10 and 6, he said? Yeah,
10 points in 6 minutes.
And what did he have? Like 7 shots? Like he puts them up. And I was telling you before we started recording that he's going to be in Delaware a lot, and he's going to be putting up shots there. And I think he's going to average well over 20 points there. He's, the G League. It's a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth there from other people, and he's already gotten his growth. And one thing I wanted to add before we move on to Chris Kamaje and the impact that he had on the win tonight is the comparison that I was thinking of, and I wanted to bring it up during the podcast of Josh Richardson coming to the Sixers. The announcers brought up that he was set to be the guy in Miami, but that should never be his role. It reminded me a lot of Iguodala coming to the Warriors when he was never supposed to be the guy here, and he flourished as like a role guy in Washington, in Golden State. He went to Denver, I think, first, but like once he got to the Warriors, he found his spot, and I think that is huge for Jay Rich here, and just to kind of blend in and thrive in that role. But talk about Chris Kamaje, Jack. talk about him. I want to hear everything about him.
Verticality.
Norvell Pell, Chris. I almost called you Chris.
Love it. Love it. Yeah,
Christ Thybulle.
you had the Twin Towers tonight. The Blue Root TPL was in like full form, tonight with the Twin Towers of Norvell Pell and Chris Kumachi front court. You also had Jake Milton had a really good game tonight. He had 8 points in 10 minutes. He had 2 threes. That's got to be really good for his confidence moving forward, which we saw in the summer league. Dude, just across the board, man, just some real highlights. Zaire Smith, the offense was kind of non-existent, but I thought he looked really good defensively tonight. But yeah, let's go back to that Ben Simmons 3-point shot. I mean, it begins and ends with Ben Simmons. What does it mean for Ben Simmons moving forward? Does that 3-pointer, it means nothing in the box score, but so much more to it than just the box score for Ben Simmons. It's mental, it's confidence, is the monkey off his back? Go ahead, Brian.
I mean, I think you got to see it in like more than once, but I mean, I'm telling you right now that you got to start somewhere. And when that left his fingertips, I mean, that's all that matters. I mean, he tried it, and it was a normal shot. It wasn't a heave, and
it looked good.
It looked really good. I'm telling you, it was like the perfect angle for television to see a 3-pointer, because you didn't get like the left elbow. You didn't see his elbow jutting out. You know what I mean? It was just like the perfect angle for a shot, and his form looked beautiful, and the net looked beautiful after it went through the rim. So I mean, that's what matters right there. But man, I mean, that was fun to watch, and I noticed also that Joe is much more like. I mean, it could have just been the flow of the game, but his usage is going to drop a little bit possibly. And yeah. I like that. I don't want to see him bang in every single play. I mean, he just kind of filtered right in and did his thing, and he was great. He went to the line a bunch, 9 times, 11 times, or something like that. But yeah, man,
I fully agree. Jack, read the tea leaves a little bit. Does this make any difference to Ben Simmons' 2019 regular season?
I think so. I mean, I think teams might realize, oh shit, like we might actually have to guard him out there now, which kind of changes a little bit of the defense and how he can get to the rim and everything like that. I think if he doesn't attempt another one a little bit in the season, teams might kind of start to reel back a little bit, go back to their ways. So he might need to shoot one every once in a while to keep teams at bay. The one thing I just wanted to talk about with Ben Simmons while we're talking about, the one thing that kind of still has me a little bit off, his free throws.
Okay.
His first, when he went to the line, he missed both of them to start, making me a little bit nervous. I mean, I'm not overreacting. It's game 1 of the preseason, but I mean,
yeah,
it's something still that's making me a little bit nervous.
I thought it was so ironic for Ben Simmons to hit the 3, because that whole first half, he was getting whatever he wanted in the lane. The long lines couldn't body him at all. Ben knew it, and probably at the beginning of the second quarter, I'm like, we're not seeing a jump shot. There's no way we're seeing a jump shot in this game. And we saw it happen at the 76ers Fieldhouse. He had an opportunity for a jump shot, and he passed it away. All right, so it was just such a great Sixers moment. First game in the books. Woo! Feeling good, man.
I loved after Matisse made his first shot. I was like, oh man, Blue Root must the corner must be losing it. And I literally before I can even go on my phone, I get notifications. It said crying at the bottom of the page. I was like, oh, he's loving it.
Oh man, I can't wait to rewatch this game. But that first, second quarter where Matisse was there had to be 5 or 6 back-to-back plays, defensive possessions where he's in the play. He's like a Brian Dawkins, man. It's wild. I didn't expect Thybulle to be this good this soon, but man, do we look stupid, because I was one of them. I was the ones that wanted more draft picks in the second round, and I'm dead wrong. I was dead wrong. I think we're scratching the surface of how good Matisse Thybulle can be. Any last comments before we wrap this up?
I mean, I just want to revert. Remember that one meme back forever ago? I think it was Kevin Love. He was in the Cavs locker room. He's like, we got a fucking squad now. Blue Coats, we got a fucking squad now.
Yeah, man. Good times down at the 76ers Fieldhouse. Mario, Shake, Bolden. I don't know. I'm kind of off on Jonah Bolden, but
hey man, he was really. You got to give him credit though. He was really trying to force stuff the last couple of years, and I've been very critical of him. He kind of just less is more. Like he kind of just let the game go tonight. I know it was against it was an exhibition game, but if he just less is more with him is so much more, and he could be something off the bench if anything, like foul trouble and he needs to spell O'Quinn or something like that.
Yeah, man. Actually, speaking of blue coats, we're in a little blue coats.
There it is.
Yeah.
Do they still use "Join the Revolution"? Is that their thing, or
I do it, but I tag it. I don't even know if it does anything, to be honest. All right. Yeah. Make sure you follow Brian on Twitter at Brian Mike Jacobs. Follow Jack on Twitter at Jack Connell TPL. I'm Deibs, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Later.
Sixers win it! Wow! Oh man, Embiid just posterized Russell Westbrook.
You love the Philadelphia Eagles? Let me get a hell yeah!